Okay, so we've got, starting with our tree, we've got a black acrylic tree. So these come with paper on either side just for protection. So what we're going to do now is we're going to peel off this bit of paper. I just might add that I've also sealed my board. I've just got some PVA glue, watered it down, so I've just put half and half of PVA and half water, mix it up, and I've painted both sides of my project so it's dry. That just helps to protect it against moisture, and it's just a common good habit to get into. Okay, so now we are going to take this paper off. We also have these on our website, and they have the tree engraved already on them, so you can buy them like this. You can buy them with the tree or without the tree, entirely up to you. So we're just going to take the paper off. I'm leaving the top layer on until I finish grouting, otherwise it can run the risk of scratching the acrylic. Okay, the glue I'm using today is prep glue. I also use wild bond glue. This is what I've got on hand today. This is an interior project, so either or is fine. Okay, so I've just got a bit of glue there, easy to work with. Paintbrush. Alright, we'll just pop that in place. So with this design today, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm using these beautiful Millefiori glass rounds. So sometimes when you've got some gorgeous little pattern glass like this, it's nice just to have a nice simple project. So incorporating those, and also some lime green stained glass, which I'm going to use for the leaves. We also sell this on our website in glass sticks or in sheets. So if you don't cut glass, you can always purchase these in a glass stick form. And these are what we're going to use to make our leaves. Right, so first of all we're going to pop our little goodies on in place. So I'm just going to put a whole lot of these on all over the tree, and I'm going to add in some little leaves. Okay, you can continue on putting as many as you like on here, or as few as you like. We'll start with this one here. I'm also going to start doing the leaves. So we'll get a few of them done, and we can always add some more Millefiori if we need to. So the easiest way to make the leaves, I've got my glass stick. I'm just going to cut little squares of the stick. They don't have to be perfect. So same thing again, preparation's always really good when you're doing things like this. Is just to sit down and do a whole lot, and then you can just sit down and piece them all together. It's a lot easier. So all I'm doing is I'm just taking the two opposite corners, so that'll be this one and that one. Turn it around. That's it there. And now I'm just going to tidy up these sharp edges by putting my cutters on an angle. I'm just ever so slightly just biting that little bit off. Just helps to round that corner. Good idea to cut into a container if you're at home. This will catch all your little shards. But for the purpose of the video, I'm just showing you without my safety container. But that's basically about it. So just keep softening them if you're not happy with those points. And you just hear it biting ever so slightly. It's all you need to do. Okay, now we've got a little pile of leaves. We can start arranging them. So I'm just going to fill this with leaves, and maybe I might add some more little gems. Okay, we might, I'll add some more leaves in that shortly, but we might just start a little bit on the background up here. I've got two sorts of glass. I've got the white iridized ripple, and I've also got the plain white iridized. So I'm going to mix these two together in the background, and I'm just going to cut them down into random pieces to start with. The same thing again, a container. I'm just putting my cutter in there, and I just want random pieces. I don't care what they look like at this stage. Make sure your wheels are tight. So just random pieces. I am going to fill in these little tiny bits of little bits of the white. So what I'll do now, I'm just going to focus on those, is cutting down to smaller strips. And I love the stained glass because you can get such a small size. And then just some little random triangle shapes. So these are just going to be my little film pieces. Right, so we're just going to start filling in these little gaps. The same thing again, I've got my glue. I'm just going to touch up some of these gaps here. Roughly the shape of that is roughly a triangle kind of a shape, so I think this is going to fit in nicely. Perfect. And sometimes you can sort of visualize that shape that's in there, so I'm going to put like a little triangle in here, and you may need to trim some off if you need. Right, we're going to work on the upper background here. Back to our glass sheets that we've cut up. Just want to work them into cut them into some workable sizes. Like keeping our nice tidy straight edges along the edge. So it's just about putting all different size squares and rectangles in place. Okay, it's probably a good idea. What I like to do is kind of section off each piece so I can visualize what cut I need to do when we get further down here. So I'm just going to pop a few little pencil marks in here, and that'll just help me to see what sort of cut I've got to do. So basically, to get a pencil that works, basically this is going to be one cut. We'll get this one out of here, so you can sort of see the cuts that you need to do. It just makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to take that one across there so we get a nice straight piece there, another piece there, then I'll do a little bit there. This will be a little rectangle, another piece. So it just helps to see when you pick up your tile how you're going to cut it. Take that one to there. So we'll start with that little area for now. So basically this one here, I'm just going to hold that there. If you need to draw it on with a pen, it does help. So just sort of visualizing roughly. I'm going to start with that cut first. So this is really helpful if you're sort of having a little bit of trouble working out how to cut the shape. Right, and then a little one there. So I'm just going to put a little tiny triangle in there. And that's So the pen will come off when you are grouting, so don't be too worried about that. Next piece here, same thing again. It's quite good having the line because you can just follow it through like that there. And I'll just take that little piece there off. It's just hanging over. If I take that off there, it's going to give me a nice clean area to put the next one in. Okay, let's have a closer look. So as you can see, the cuts are quite not too bad. I'm not worried about these gaps as I'm using white grout, so it's really just to fill in the space. If I was doing a darker grout, I would probably do a bit more grinding, make them a little bit tidier because every cut will stand out. But the fact it's going to be white grout, it's just going to kind of blend in nicely. I will also give it a clean when it's dry, just to get the black marker off, because I just realised, because I said I'd be doing white grout, I don't want to rub it on and the black marker goes through the white grout. But that's basically the background. So as I said, it would be a little bit tidier if I was going to have a darker grout, but I just want it to blend in. So I'm thinking a few more green leaves, but I'm thinking down the bottom we need to have something a little bit special. So I'm going to have a bit of a think and we'll see what we come up with. Okay, I'm thinking a little doggy and a little cat sitting under a tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rough sketch line here. I'm going to fill this with a nice green stained glass. Little doggy and little cat are just going to sit on top of there. These are actually the same as the tree. They are black acrylic. So I'm going to take the bottom one. Right, so we're gluing this down, remembering to take the paper off when it's grouted on the surface. This is just the base. As I said before, if I take the paper off the top as well, it's going to scratch the acrylic. Pop them in place. So these are cute. Okay, we'll start on our base, which I'm thinking this stained glass here is called Green Oscar. I think I quite like that. I'm going to keep it so the lines are running this way. So same thing again, we're just going to cut it up into some workable pieces. So bear in mind when you put it down, you want to make sure you have the lines going that way. Good thing about stained glass is you can really use the detail of the glass to accentuate your project. So obviously this is going to be like a lawn that they're sitting on. Yeah, I think it's going to look lovely. Right. So if you have a glass oil-filled cutter, by all means you can cut it with that. Running pliers. Otherwise, if you don't have an oil-filled glass cutter, you can simply just nibble away. Tidy and so same thing again, take out a little bit at a time. And then cut it on an angle just to tidy up. So once it's grouted, the little nibbled edge might not be so bad. So that's that one there, opposed to one I've cut with the glass cutter. Okay, just a word of warning if you have bought this from us, from the engraved board, when you are cleaning off your grout, make sure you use a separate rag to do the side because they are laser cut. See, they're brown at the side. If you rub too hard, some of the brown can come off. So I usually clean the sides last, and that way you won't get any dirty marks on your nice white grout. A bit of water on a cloth, just to give it a final polish over our lovely, to reveal our lovely tree. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of fine tuning with Q-tips and a bit of water. So just some more polishing. Okay, and just like that, it's all finished. So this does take a lot of cleaning if you're not a patient person. Maybe not the project for you, but definitely well worth the effort. So I'll pop some links in the description of the products I've used where you can find them on our website. But that's it. Little cat and dog sitting under a tree.